Formulated with lanolin, penetrates and moisturizes. What a bunch of baloney.
Alrighty then.
You gotta stop using those really cheap parts store leather conditioners because sometimes they can do more harm than good. Aside from a few exceptions, like the King Ranch Ford trucks, modern car leather is coated. And like right now, I'm not touching the leather, I'm touching the coating that's on top of the leather. There's a big difference there. So any claims that these companies make about hydrating or feeding the grains of the leather, it's mostly just marketing. It's got a coating over it. You're not touching the leather. This kind of greasy, oily goop is not just going to magically work its way through a plastic coating and nourish your leather. What it's going to do is it's actually going to sit on top of the surface and leave like a greasy, oily film on there. If you think about it, a greasy surface on your seats is going to attract dirt, right? And we all know dirt is abrasive. And your seats are already a high wear area, just from sliding across, in and out, lifting a cheek to rip a fart, you know how it is. So if you put those two things together, like friction and abrasive, that's a great recipe for some cracked or ripped leather seats. Let me give you a little demonstration. Okay, take a look at this. We have clearly a wooden workbench. Now, if I took this clear plastic sheet, put it over top of the wood, and if I told you that you could put a wood stain and wipe it on here, and it's going to feed the wood, and it's going to stain the wood underneath, you'd think I was crazy. Now, I'm not saying you can't put anything on your seats to protect them. That's always a good idea. So, here's what I use. This stuff right here. This is G-Technic L1 leather guard. And you've probably already seen me talk about this stuff on the channel before. If it sounds familiar, this is the same stuff that I use for ceramic coatings on paint jobs. Exhibit A, as you can see. And the reason I use this stuff is because G-Technic shares kind of the same views and beliefs as I do about coated leather. So what they did was they actually developed this product not to have anything to do with leather itself, but it's actually designed to work and protect the actual coating on the leather, which to me makes perfect sense. Now, this stuff isn't going to make your seats shiny or slippery or anything. Actually, you won't even notice that it's on there. It doesn't change the feel, it doesn't change the look or anything. It just protects them. And it'll protect them against the UV rays from the sun, which is a big one. And also, especially in the case of my 4Runner, when you have a light color leather seat like this, it'll protect against dye transfer from when you're wearing, say, like dark jeans or something like that. It helps with that, and if you do have any kind of stains, it makes them a little bit easier to clean up as well. Now, I've tested this stuff out on the old 29-year-old dried out leather seats on my MR2, and it actually made them feel softer. And that's not because it's magically nourishing the grains of the leather. It's actually softening the coating of the leather, which is what you're feeling when you're sitting in your seats or you're grabbing them. I've used other products on those seats before, and they just continually got more and more dried out and more crunchy feeling. And this stuff, I was surprised. It kind of restored them pretty well. Now, if you don't want to go out and buy a specific product for your seats, then it's okay. I got a second option for you. Something like this right here. This is HD Protect. They might have rebranded this now and called it a different name on the 3E lineup. I think they changed some of their branding over the years. But it's the same stuff. So that's just an all-around interior dressing and protectant. You're going to use that like on your leather seats. You're going to use it on your dash, your vinyl door panels, stuff like that. It's water-based, which is the biggest difference between this and one of those greasy, oily products. This stuff, as long as you apply it properly, it's not going to leave a greasy finish either. The key is you don't want to over-apply it and put too much on, and you also want to make sure that you're buffing any excess off, just so there's nothing remaining that's going to be wet and slippery. But a good quality water-based interior dressing like this, as long as you don't put it on too heavy, that's going to work fine for your seats too. That's a great option to go with. These are usually pretty cost effective, not too expensive, and the other good part is, like I said, you can use it on the rest of your interior too, so it's kind of an all-in-one product for you. But wait, there's more. I got a third option for you. Some Billy Mays action right there. Check this out. You know what this is? That's spray wax that you use on your paint. And yes, I am crazy enough to tell you, you can put that crap on your leather seats. Now, this specific bottle, this is actually Meguiar's Express spray wax. It's like one of their professional grade waxes. Well, there's a story behind that, but I just reused this bottle. This is part store stuff. You can use this exact product if you want. I've used this as well. It works just the same. Now, I learned this one from Darren Priest in the Auto Fetish YouTube channel. This was a while ago. This is before he bought into that CSI company and lost his mind. Actually, he still seems like a good enough guy, whatever. But since your leather has a plastic clear coat on it, and your paint has a plastic clear coat on it, as long as you use a non-staining spray wax like this stuff, most modern spray waxes are like that, then you can actually get away with using it on your leather seats. You can use it on leather, and if you wanted to, you can even use it on some of your vinyl and stuff as well. If all you're looking for is a really low sheen, really easy way to add a little bit of protection, it's totally okay. Now, it's not going to be the best protection, just like it's not the best protection for your paint. There's plenty of other better options out there. But if you think about it, if it offers any protection to your paint outside in the elements, then inside in the enclosed cabin of your vehicle, it's obviously going to do a better job because it's not subjected to any kind of an outside environment. Now, just in case you think I'm pulling your leg, and this is all a big lie, even though I've already used G-Technic stuff on these seats, I'm going to put the spray wax on right now to show you I do it on my own vehicle, and it's totally fine. Spray it on, grab a towel, and wipe it off. But now, as you can see, the appearance hasn't changed at all. It's not slick, it still feels like normal leather. So it didn't ruin the leather or cause any damage. So if you're kind of in a bind and you can't afford a separate product, technically you can go ahead and do that. Now, if you're still using the cheap parts store suntan lotion, don't worry, I'm not judging anybody. Because I actually did the same thing for years. As a matter of fact, on the MR2, I used to have the interior greased up with shellac to the point where I'd actually put a frickin' haze on the windshield. It was that bad. It was that greasy. But live and learn, I guess. The biggest takeaway from this video, though, is for any of you guys that want to maintain your leather seats and keep them from getting worn out. Number one, the biggest thing, keep them clean. Because anything that's on there, any dust, dirt, mud, whatever, that's the abrasive stuff that's going to chew away at your seats. And number two, try not to slide on them any more than you absolutely have to. I understand, like, especially on the 4Runner, this thing, I took the running boards off because I'm an idiot. But taller vehicles are a little more difficult to get in and out. But, you know, this bolster, sliding across that's always where the biggest wear happens on a leather seat. So try to keep it in the back of your mind as you're getting in and out of your vehicle that you don't really want to grind your way across that seat unless you absolutely have to. That's what's going to prolong the life of your seats. That's what's going to keep them from getting cracked and ripped. But anyways, that's all I got for this one, guys. I'll put some links for these products below if you want to try them out. If not, that's perfectly okay too. And let me know if you like this kind of detailing myth-busting kind of video like this. If you're into the real world of some of these products and some of the secrets that are happening in the industry, then let me know. I got a few of them to share. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next week. See you.